That delicious pie has left me curious about the harvesting process, and Nikki provides a crash course on the topic.
We plant the trees and they come, we usually buy them from a nursery, so we don't plant a seed. So the bottom half of the tree is called a rootstock, and that's bred separately. So we have actually rootstock breeders out there, so we breed those separately. And then the top is the variety or the scion, and then they get grafted together in the nursery. So growers actually buy trees that are almost clones of each other, you know, because it's the same rootstock with the same variety on top. And so we plant these trees, and then in the tart cherry world, because we mechanically harvest them, we got to wait till those trees are physically big enough to shake them. And so what we do is we put the tree in the ground, and then we take care of it, and then hopefully by year 6, they're big enough to shake.
What is the harvest season? Like, how long is that for the cherry?
Yeah, so it depends on the crop. So our crop size is a little bit smaller, but we like to think of the season as the whole part of the state. So we start the season in Southwest Michigan, and then we have a great bunch of growers in West Central area. I think those guys started at the very end of June in Southwest Michigan, and then our friends up at the tip of Leelanau County here, those guys will harvest sometime into August. And it's such a short window, and you have to get the fruit off. The fruit has to go to the processor really quickly, it has to get off the tree really quickly, so it just seems like it's super condensed. It's a little hectic.
It sounds like it's very much a community effort, all hands on deck kind of attitude.
Yeah, it is, and I feel like I think the whole region is actually really unique in that way. I think they're really committed to agriculture. I think aesthetically, I think we like the way it looks when we drive through our counties and our towns, you know, the cherry signs, the cherry trees, all that stuff that really says, hey, this is who we are. So I think there's a big tradition and heritage of growing fruit in this area.
Now, there are several varieties of cherries, but really only 2 species. Is that right?
Yep, so sweet and tart are 2 different species. So the tart cherry is kind of our main cherry in Michigan. We grow 75 to 80% of the country's tart cherries. So these are the red guys hanging behind you there. So those are a different species than a sweet cherry. And we kind of just grow Montmorency. So Montmorency is that older French variety, but these guys, this Montmorency yields beautifully. And again, I think no other cherry that we grow in the tart cherry world across the country is that red color. So I feel like it's kind of our signature a little bit.
Really? So you're not gonna find a tart cherry of this variety, this red, anywhere else?
No.
Now you said you're a local to the region, so you've been going to Cherry Fest probably for some time. It's been around for over 90 years. What's your favorite tradition at the festival?
It's local. It feels local. Sometimes when you go to other places, it's kind of polished. I feel like there's something about the Cherry Festival that just still makes you feel like you're in a small town. And so, you know, my daughter and my nieces, they went yesterday they throw, you know, things and the dogs jump out and get them. And we're like, did you see that dog? That dog was awesome. And you're like, are we really that excited about dog jumping or pie eating? Yes, I mean, so I think there's something really like, I don't know, and everything's free. That's the other thing that really, and I feel like it feels like inclusive, that it can be free. So it's not like there's a huge price tag on the National Cherry Festival that would exclude people that maybe don't have the funds to do that.
I can say from the time we've been here, it's very evident that everyone's very community oriented and very passionate about their traditions and what makes Traverse City unique, which is the cherry, and that's ultimately what festivals are all about, celebrating our uniqueness and unifying under that.
Yeah, I totally agree, and it feels, you know what it feels also really good, is to be part of that.
Watch Finding Festivals on WGTE.org, and to stay updated, be sure to like and follow and visit findingfestivals.com.
Finding Festivals is brought to you in part by